Welcome to yet another interesting topic. I'm going to be talking to you today about learning difficulties, learning challenges. Why do some of us have the challenge learning? And as teachers, as parents, as trainers, as facilitators, mentors, coaches, what we can do. Before I tell you anything, let me tell you that something that happened many years ago. It was quite late in the night, and I had this person calling me on my mobile, and he's saying, I know I'm disturbing you at late at night, but I'm very disturbed. I need your help. Can you tell me something? I said, yes, tell me what happened. He said, look, my son is studying in the school. Today the teacher called me, and I went to the school to talk to the teacher. And she said, your son is a slow learner. He has learning difficulty. He is not able to cope with these subjects. It is better you consult a psychiatrist. So this lady, the mother of that wonderful boy, was aghast. She had no clue what to do. All of a sudden, look, every parent dreams, every parent desires. Your children are like these flowers. You want your children to bloom like these flowers. Look at the beautiful sunflower here. You put them to school. You want them to get educated. You want them to do well. But when you hear something like this, that your son or daughter is having a learning challenge, a learning difficulty, they are not able to cope with the subjects, they are slow learners, then what do you do? Other day I had yet another very elderly parent. He was almost in tears. It was a he, almost in tears, telling me, I don't know what to do with my son. I put him to the institution that he wants to. He wanted to study animation. I said, okay, fine, let you study animation. In spite of putting him in an area where he wants it, this boy doesn't go to the college. He doesn't go to the school. So the school calls him and says, look, the last 1 month your son never came. And who is this boy? This boy is a 17-year-old teenager. He doesn't go. So the father, heartbroken, as any parent would be, did not know what to do. He said, okay, let me drop you. Let me make sure that you attend the school. So what he did, morning before coming to the office, he'll go drop his son religiously at the institute, and then evening, he will go back to the college, pick him up from there, and then drive home. 1 month later, the college called him and told him, last 1 month your son has not come back. He's not attended class. So the father is in tears. He says, what else can I do? I drop him to the school, I pick him up from the school, and my son doesn't go to the school. So then the problem comes, why this boy lost interest? I can go on, give you lots of examples where parents are confused in dealing with their growing children. Because all that you wished for, all that you dreamt is not happening. Your son or daughter is having a learning challenge. Why does it happen? And what does psychology say? Is there an easier way to fix this problem? Good news for you, my dear parents. Good news for you, my dear teachers. And if you are a student who's watching this, good news for you too. This problem can be overcome like this. It's honestly not a problem at all. It's actually made out to be a problem because of ignorance, because of lack of understanding of the science of learning. What really happens? Why do people have difficulty learning? Not because they cannot learn. One of the major reasons, there could be many reasons, but one of the major reasons, a very important reason, is because if imagine that I am the student, my learning style, the way I learn, clashes with the teacher's teaching style. So when my learning style and the teacher's teaching style are contradicting, they are conflicting, they are clashing, I can guarantee you the learning doesn't happen. Learning becomes very, very difficult. And it is here. It is extremely critical, extremely important for you and me as adults, parents, teachers, caregivers, and others, mentors, coaches, whatnot, trainers, to understand that the success or the key to learning actually lies in how do I change my teaching style to adapt to the learning style of the student. How many teachers and how many mentors, how many of them have the guts and the courage to accept? Imagine a class of 60 students and the one student is not studying well. Rather, they would say, look, 59 students can do, only you're the only one who's not doing well. So that means you have a problem. You have a learning difficulty. You're a slow learner. It's easy to label a student. It is easy to blame a student. How often, or do you have it at all? A teacher takes the responsibility. A well-meaning teacher says, look, my teaching style worked with the 59 students, but with you, I need to learn how to teach you. Maybe my style of teaching worked with the 59, but did not work with you. So who should explore? I as a teacher, I as a facilitator, I as a trainer, coach, mentor, whatever the terminology you use, I need to change my style of teaching. And that's where the success is. So if your student or if your son or daughter are having a problem, learning challenge, learning difficulty, academically not doing well as per his potential, don't worry. All that you need to do is help him find out, help her find out his or her learning style. Today the science of psychology has advanced. A lot of research has been done in the field of learning. So what you can do? You can honestly make your son or daughter to go through a very simple psychometric analysis. What do the psychologists do? He's not a psychiatrist, he's a psychologist. What do the psychologists do? They give them some 3, 4, 5, 6 assessments. And these assessments are very easy. It only takes 10 minutes or 15 minutes. They can take it comfortably on a computer. These days all these children are very conversant with computers. It's in simple language. So they take the assessment, and once the assessments are done, it captures their unique, special, gifted method of learning. When you teach your students, your children, the way they learn, it is easier to teach. A student who is underperforming till date, your children who are failing subjects or scoring very low marks, in a matter of weeks and months, can change the performance. Because they have understood how they are unique, how they are special, how they are learning. So there is wonderful research done in all these areas, right? Because genetically, I could be a visual learner, I could be a kinesthetic learner, or I could be an auditory learner. So all these three different types of learners need different types of approaches. The moment I as a student follow what is best suits me, I will learn better. So I do not depend on the teacher's teaching style, but I learn best based on my learning style. And that's the key to success. Some students learn by participating in the learning process. Some people learn by reflecting in the learning process. Some people learn because they are able to structure, put whatever they're learning into a structure, and they learn by that. Some students learn by experimenting. So we call it the PRSE, participating, reflecting, structuring, and experimenting. Each one has preferences. Your job as a responsible adult is to help the student or your children to find out what is unique to them, how are they learning. The moment you know that, life becomes a lot more easier. Learning becomes fun and exciting. So you will notice the entire thing gets transformed into better marks, better grades. right? Your job is to enable your children to get better grades. How do you enable them? You enable them by helping them understand what is their unique, special learning style. And if you can do that, I think as a parent, you have given the best gift to your son and daughter. All that you need to do is invest a little time, invest a little energy, right, to help your son or daughter, or your students if you are a well-meaning teacher, to help them understand what is their unique, special gifts they bring with respect to learning. I spoke about the visual, auditory, kinesthetic, and the other one participatory, reflective, structuring, and experimental. They could also be concrete. They could also be abstract. They could be random in their thinking. They could be sequential in their thinking. All these different assessments, when you pool all of them together, gives you insight into understanding the mind of those wonderful, great brains of your children. And thereby, then you can actually individualize learning to suit the needs of your children. You can customize the learning needs of your children, and that's where lies the success. Your home, your school, your institution need to be places of fun and excitement, and you can create all that. In fact, we had another scientist, Dr. Gardner, Howard Gardner, a great brain research scientist. He propounded multiple intelligence theory. So he was saying that, look, we say you and me, as it doesn't matter who we are, whether I'm the most highly educated parent, whether I am the well-educated school teacher or the college professor or the principal, doesn't matter who I am. I have no moral authority to label anybody as not intelligent. Howard Gardner says that, look, everybody is intelligent, right? Because we are probably intelligent in terms of language skills, probably logical mathematical skills, or probably in terms of interpersonal skills, intrapersonal skills, intrapersonal intelligence, musical intelligence, kinesthetic intelligence, intuitive intelligence, right? Intelligence of nature, whole lot of intelligences. Idea is to identify which intelligence your children are good at. The moment you know, even the intelligence where a person is weak, you can pull them up by focusing on where they're already good. For example, if I am weak in logical mathematical intelligence, but imagine I'm very good in musical intelligence, what do? I learn best by converting mathematics into music. I sing rhymes. Rarely do we forget our nursery rhymes. Why? Because it's musical. We don't forget. What happens? His performance in mathematics will improve because he's already good in musical intelligence. So each of these intelligences are interlinked. That is why it is your responsibility. It is your responsibility to give a gift of understanding of what is the best learning method, what is the best method of learning intelligence and become intelligent to your children. As a responsible adult, take that vital decision. Take that one simple step. And all that you have to do is just once in the child's lifetime. And you will be preparing him for learning and intelligence for life. You need help? Feel free. We are always there. The subject of psychology is there because all these researchers that I'm quoting is all because of the huge development, huge revolution that is happening in the field of psychology. And that revolution should touch your life, your family's life, your children's life for the better. Let's make our children great adults. Thank you very much.